So today I thought we would cut open and try some cheeses together and get them in smaller packages that are more usable, because we will not use all of this before it goes bad. So I need to cut it out and section it in smaller pieces. Many of you guys have wanted an update on the cheese and how it's been going. I have not been making any more cheese. I haven't made cheese since June, early June. And there's several reasons for that, but one of the biggest was because of canning. Just because the garden was ready with produce that needed to be canned. So I quit making cheese and switched to canning, which I can only really focus on one thing at a time. I'm not good at multitasking. Like if I'm canning, I'm canning. And if I'm making cheese, then I'm making cheese. So I do not like to multitask, especially on stuff like that. So I've not made cheese since I stopped canning, and I stopped canning probably 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 now. And we've actually went to working on renovations. I am trying to film that for you guys. So for now, I'm trying to work on renovations through the day. So I really do not have time to do cheese, but I need to pick it back up. So I do plan on starting cheese making again. But like I said, all this has been aged. There's still some longer cheeses in the fridge. So there's like Asiago, Parmesan, and Parmesan Reggiano, however you say it, is still aging in there. But that takes like a year. So I won't be able to even test that until like next July. We did try one of these cheeses already, and it's cut right here. I resealed it because I thought it needed to age longer. This one is a farmhouse cheddar. We did like that, and we have learned a lot just from sampling the two that we tried. The other one that I tried was this pepper jack cheese. Again, it's cut off at the edge. The biggest thing that we learned from opening these was we have a Jersey cow, and everybody says that they're known for cream production, and ours does produce a lot of cream. Everything that you are taught whenever you're cheese making is that you need to cut some of the cream off whenever you're making some of your cheeses besides like cheddar. I totally disagree. I 100% disagree, except for like your Parmesan, your hard cheeses. And moving forward, I will not cut the cream off of any of our cheese unless it's a hard cheese. Because this pepper jack, I cut the cream on it, but I only cut half of it off. And so it still had half the cream on it, but it is such a dry, hard cheese to me. And we honestly didn't like it, but I'll use it up in recipes or whatever. But I'm going to try it again and see how it tastes after it's aged a little bit longer. Same thing with this farmhouse cheddar. And then we also have Colby, Monterey Jack. And then this is a traditional cheddar. So the farmhouse cheddar is different. It's like a cheater method. Instead of having to make traditional cheddar, which traditional cheddar is made from stacking, it's the cheddaring process, and that's where it gets its name. You don't do that with the farmhouse cheddar. It does a different method, and it ages a lot quicker. So that one is, I'm curious to see, but you can almost feel it through the package. Like this one is a much softer cheese. Like you could squeeze it and like leave fingerprints in it. This one, not so much. So I am curious to see, but the first one is a cheddar cheese. This is the traditional cheddar. It smells really good. It smells just like cheddar cheese. The holes in it look really good. They're not like, I'm not a pro at making cheeses. I think I've made like 15 wheels of cheese, and I'll bring you guys up close so you can see this. This is what this wheel looks like. Hopefully you can see the texture on it. You can see where it didn't like form together all the way. And this is the traditional cheddar, so it is very hard to get to press together. Like next time I'll just have to stack more cast iron skillets. I just use cast iron skillets just because I don't have a press. But these are the holes and what they look like. I may have to turn this brightness down. I turned the brightness down. Hopefully that is better and you can see the holes. But these are not like bacteria holes or anything like that or any kind of a growth. They are just, they're the good kind of holes that they're fine to eat. I mean, you don't really want holes in your cheese, but it's just because I didn't press it out good enough. This cheddar cheese is really good. It's sharper than what's in the grocery store, but it's sharper because I've aged it so long. So this is recommended to age for 3 months. It was made on 6/9. Today is October 1st, maybe October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that. First week of October, it's somewhere in there. But so this is almost 4 months old, which the 3 months I think would be perfect. It is really good. It has really good flavor. the sharp tang that is there in a grocery store cheese. And I'm talking about like a good cheddar cheese that you get. I don't even know the brand of the cheese anymore. Like Great Value cheese will say, like that does not have good flavor to me. Like I do not like eating that cheese, and the Kroger brand. I prefer Tillamook cheese, but then also the Kroger is the only one that has organic cheese around us. And it is actually good, but it is very expensive. So this one we will eat, and I do really like this. And I wanted to show you guys, it does have white stuff on the outside. It is not mold. I noticed it whenever I first put it in the press. I'm not a professional whenever it comes to cheese making, so probably buy a book or do some more research than I have. But I do not know what these are, but it's just coloring. Like the color didn't get pressed out or something. I don't know, but it is not mold. Like it doesn't come off, it's the cheese itself. So there's no mold on this block at all. And that's part of why I wanted to go with the vacuum sealing method. I just don't like the idea of dealing with all the mold. But I will not be putting it in the boxes and brushing the mold off. I'm not a fan of that. I will always vacuum seal if it's an option. But like I said, this cheese is really good. It's very creamy and melts in your mouth, and that's what I like. I'm just going to set this to the side, and I'm going to have to reseal these and put them in a different bag in a second. The pepper jack I'm kind of nervous about. Last time we did not like it. And that was me and Ben both. We did not like that. So these are made, it feels creamier today. It does feel more smooth and creamy on top. I'll show you what this looks like. I made this with red chilies. So that is the peppers that I used in it. And this textured side, I don't know if this is going to show up. It has a grid pattern on it. And this grid pattern, I don't know if you can see it, if it's going to show up on camera. Maybe right there you can see it a little bit. This is normal. It's not mold. It's nothing like that. It's nothing off-putting. It is just the texture that the cheesecloth leaves behind. So whenever it's in the mold itself and it's being formed, you have to put a cheesecloth in the bottom, and the pressure, it leaves that indentation. Like I said, I'm very nervous to try this one. It feels creamier than it did that day that we tried it. This was made on 5/15, and it's supposed to age 2 to 3 months. So August would have been 3 months. So like it's been 4 months, just like the other one. This one has more holes than the cheddar one did. But still, no bad holes or anything like that. No kind of growth on it, no mold, nothing like that. So it smells really good. Yeah, it smells really, really good. So I think it's fun to eat. And I always just go by, I do the same thing in canning. I just go by look, texture, smell. But with cheese, I don't know. I just don't trust the mold. Like I'm not used to it, so I am being very cautious with it. But it smells really good. It does feel creamier than it did that day, so. It's not as creamy as the cheddar. It is not bad. It's just too dry for me, in my opinion. Like, if I put this in a recipe, I would be afraid it wouldn't melt the best. And it would still be fine on, like, a sandwich. Like, I would want to try this on a grilled cheese. I feel like that would be really, really good. But I love pepper jack on a grilled cheese. I love spicy cheese. Next time, I think I would put a little bit more red pepper. And I did want to say, on my recipes that are on the blog, I think there's only 2 recipes up right now for cheese. I think it's the cheddar and the pepper jack. I will go back and adjust the recipes. So if you have printed out those recipes, go back and check again probably in a couple weeks whenever I get time to update them, because I will change. I'm going to change the notes to say cut the cream if you want, but I do not. But I probably will up the peppers in this next time just to give it more of a bite to it. But overall, it has really, really good flavor. But it's very like rubbery. Of course it broke, but it is a really good cheese. I'll sit down and eat this stuff. I love cheese. I love to eat just like cheese on a plate. Like, it's my thing. So I do think this is going to save us a lot of money in the long run. And I don't really have anything invested in the cheese just because I did not buy a cheese press. I don't plan on it. And I just don't think that you have to spend a lot of money on this. Like, if I continue to stick with it and want the expensive stuff, I may get it like in years to come or something. But I would have to stick with this and like it for a really long time. And plus I want like my family, Ben, everybody to try this. Like, Ben has not tried these with me. We tried these forever ago. Just the cheddar and the pepper jack. He liked the cheddar. He did not like the pepper jack. I think he would like the pepper jack today. I'm not sure, but he's at work right now, or I would have him test these with me. This is a Colby cheese, and it was made on 5/12, aged for 2 months. So this is aged 2 months past over. So it should be a pretty sharp flavor. And Colby cheese that you make at home, it will not have the marbling effect that you get in the grocery store. That is because they dye half of it and the other half they don't, and then they just combine it together, and that's how you get the marbling effect. But I'm not interested in dyeing my cheese. You can always buy the annatto coloring is what it's called and put it in it. This cheese has about the same amount of holes as the cheddar did. You can see the holes way more definite in this block, but still, they're just like mechanical holes. There's nothing bad, no mold. This one is a little bit wetter than the other ones were. Like the others, it smells good. It doesn't have an off-putting smell or anything. It smells just like cheese. And that's the thing, is all of these smell just like the cheese that you would buy in the grocery store. Like, nothing is different. This is a good cheese, the flavor, but it needed way more cream in it. It is a very hard cheese, and it should not be. It should be a pretty creamy cheese. So again, next time I'm going to go and alter all my recipes and start leaving way more cream, because it's too dry, in my opinion. And it's not bad. Like, I still think that you could put it in like mac and cheese and it would melt fine. And as I start cooking with these cheeses and stuff, I will bring you guys along and show you in like my recipe videos or whatever of how they are cooking and how they're melting in recipes and stuff, so that we can learn together. But so far, the Colby is my least favorite just because it's so dry. It has good flavor. I just don't like the dryness of it. And it's not terribly dry. It is still way creamier than a Parmesan cheese. It's just, I'm used to store-bought cheese that is pretty creamy, and I like my cream. This one is the Monterey Jack. This was made on 5/19, so it says age 2 to 3 months. And all of this stuff I cannot remember off the top of my head, so I did write all of it on each pack. I wrote the date, how long, what it was made with, like, because I've made everything with clabber, but I thought about getting some starter cultures. I have not, and I probably don't plan on it now that these are turning out so good. I put the weight of how much the poundage was, and then how long to age it. So again, this one just has mechanical holes, not anything bad. No mold or anything. This one's pretty wet like the other one was. But to be honest, that's probably my fault. Either I did not dry it long enough on the drying rack after the salt brine or something. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so I just tried the Monterey Jack, and it is very creamy, and it's good at first. I don't like the aftertaste of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't place it. I just don't like the aftertaste. It leaves a weird aftertaste. It smells fine. Like, I don't know. I don't eat Monterey Jack cheese. I don't eat Monterey Jack cheese like plain by itself normally. What we normally use Monterey Jack in is enchiladas. So I'll probably still try it in enchiladas and just see how we like it. But to eat on its own, I'm not a fan. The last one is a farmhouse cheddar. This one is the farmhouse cheddar. It has mechanical holes also, no mold or anything. This one does not have a good of a smell as the regular cheddar. So I'm curious to see which one I like better. This one, I believe we tried already. Maybe not. Maybe we tried the regular cheddar. or a different farmhouse cheddar. I'm not sure, but I thought we tried this one. Maybe not. This one is very creamy. It has a little bit, I don't like this one near as much as the regular cheddar. I'll stick with the cheddaring, the actual cheddaring process. This one just, it's not bad. It's just, if I have the cheddar over this one, I'm gonna pick the cheddar. I just don't love this one. That one tastes like grocery store cheddar. This one does not. I don't know how to explain the aftertaste of this cheese and the Monterey Jack. I don't know, but I'm not sure I like it. It's almost like a harshness mixed with like a bitterness. Like it's bitter harsh, like if that makes sense. Like I don't know how to describe it other than that, but they are not my favorite. I'll still try and use them in recipes and stuff because I don't want them to go to waste. I do have other wheels of these in the fridge, so based on those, I'll try those whenever I cut them open and it's time to eat those. And if I like them, then I'll continue to make them. But if I consecutively do not like the Monterey Jack, I'm not going to make them anymore. And same with the farmhouse cheddar, just because those are not my favorite. The pepper jack is really good. The regular traditional cheddaring is good. And then the Colby was good. It just needs more cream. It was too dry of a cheese. It has good flavor though. So overall, I like them and I will continue to make cheese. I just need to experiment with cooking now because after we tried those, we thought that they needed to age longer. So I have not cooked with any of this cheese yet. So it will be a learning experience, but I will bring you guys along as I cook with these and make stuff with these. And we will just see how it goes. But that is going to be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching and I hope you guys will like and subscribe.